Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be my 26, or I should say 25 week pregnancy update video. As of today, I am 26 weeks exactly, but this is just going to be, of course, my update from week 25. So I feel like I've been having this back pain, but it's gotten worse. So I've been having really bad back pain. It's to the point to where, like, I'm literally not even sleeping at night. And then never mind my hair, y'all. This is just the old twist out. It's wash day. But really bad back pain. I've been having really bad stomach pain. And the stomach pain, I think it's coming from just like all the stretching, because it's also really itchy. My skin has been really dry. Like really dry. Like I'm getting like black spots on my back. My stomach is just itching to where it just makes you want to dig in it, but I know if I do that, then it creates more stretch marks. I learned that from my last pregnancy. Then I've been having a lot of pressure still in my pelvic area, which is to be expected. Not just because I'm pregnant, but because it's twins. But yeah, so a lot of pressure, a lot of back pain. My stomach is stretching like crazy, I feel like. And then like on top of all that, I just can't sleep. It seems like it gets worse at night. I'm also experiencing some acid reflux, like heartburn. All that stuff seems to get worse at night when I get ready to lay down. Especially on my right side. So I have to lay more either on my back or on my left side, and then I'm like using all 4 pillows on the bed, so I'm like really sleeping every night in a sitting up position almost. But it's just, so I have to make sure or try not to eat anything right before I go to bed, because it just makes it really bad. Then I've been experiencing some vaginal, I don't know what it is, but like not just when I go to the bathroom, like my underwear is like almost soaked. So I've been experiencing that. I have went to the doctor about it, and I spoke to my doctor about that. And then I'll talk more about that in a minute. These babies, they are moving like crazy, y'all. I feel like week 25. I don't know if they got stronger or if they've gotten bigger, but they've just, I mean, you can just see them through my, like from the outside of my belly, just moving around like crazy, kicking me in my ribs. It can, matter of fact, most of the time it is very painful. And like I can tell, like when they switch positions, oh my God, y'all, it's so painful. But we are more than halfway there, so nothing really much to complain about. Then I am off my Zofran pump. They're supposed to be coming to pick it up today. I feel like I'm fine without it. No nausea, no vomiting, but I have had like this really salty taste in my mouth, almost to where I want to keep spitting. But I haven't been, so that's good. It's just a really nasty taste that's always in my mouth. I don't care if I brush my teeth, rinse with mouthwash. It's a taste that's just there. Then I haven't had any energy, of course, like always. I'm really tired. I just really can't do anything. I almost feel like when I had my surgery a couple years ago, when I woke up from the anesthesia, and you're just like so tired, you just want to go to sleep. That's exactly how I feel. I really had to force myself to get up and do this video, but I'm trying to stay consistent. But yeah, I just been really tired and like really weak feeling. It's just crazy. Then I'm having like not just the back with the back pain, but I'm having like this sciatic nerve type pain. So it's running down my leg, my butt, and then it's like my hips. It's just terrible, y'all. It hurts so bad. I can't even move sometimes. It almost puts you in the mind of, if anybody has ever had like a Charlie horse, that's exactly what it feels like. So I have to sit down or stay still for a minute until it leaves. But that pain ain't no joke. So yeah, I can't, now I feel like I cannot stand up. I cannot walk around. Like, if I'm standing up for like anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, I'm about to start being in pain if I wasn't already. Like, my back is about to start killing me. My stomach, all that pressure, I'm about to start feeling it. Then I start leaking more, which brings me back to that subject. So what is it? Today is Wednesday. I went to the emergency room on Monday, I think. But it was just 2 nights ago. I went to the emergency room because I called my doctor the day before and I told them that I was experiencing some leakage. I wasn't sure if it was urine, if it was just the vaginal fluids from the hormones, or if it was actual amniotic fluid. So they told me to go to the emergency room, and I didn't go that day. I just decided to monitor it because I'm that type of person. I will like do anything to keep from going to the ER. I hate to wait so long. And the ER, every time I go, never fails. I'm in there 8 or 9 hours just in the waiting room. So I decided to go the next night. Because I was still experiencing that leakage, and I didn't know what it was. So I went on into the ER. Surprisingly, maybe it's because I'm more further along, because the last time I went, I was like in my first trimester, and they still took a long time to come out and get me. This time when I went in, they actually came right out. He put me in a wheelchair when he got my name, my date of birth. Put me in a wheelchair. They took me back to triage. They did the vitals. Tried to get the baby's heartbeats. Took me right up to labor and delivery. And then they did everything from there. So I wasn't even in the waiting room this time. I went right up, which is pretty good. So I think it's because I'm more further along again. But so it ends up, it was not amniotic fluid. She did the swab. She also did the swab to tell, what is it? I don't know what it's called. But it's just, it can tell you if you're about to go into labor within the next 24 to 48 hours. Well, if you're going into labor within the next 48 hours to 2 weeks. So, like, if your body is prepping for labor, that test would have been able to tell them. So, both of those tests came back negative. So, I wasn't leaking fluid, and I was not going into labor, which was so good. I was praying the whole time. I know they probably thought I was crazy, but I was just praying the whole time. So, they ended up, when I left the ER, they didn't tell me what it was. They don't know if it was urine. It could have been urine. They don't know if it was my vaginal fluids from all the hormones. It could be. But they was just 100% sure that it wasn't amniotic fluid. They did ultrasound. Babies were okay. Heartbeats were okay. They are growing and measuring exactly what they're supposed to be. Now, the only issue I had with this visit at the emergency room was everything else went quick, smooth, easy. I was really happy. Thought I was about to leave, right? No. They could not get the babies on the heart monitors. You know, you go on those pink and blue heart monitors and the contraction monitor, the Toco. Every time they got one baby on, the other baby would go off. I kid you not. We were in the emergency room literally for 6 hours, maybe a little bit less. And the whole time, the nurse did not leave the room because she could not get those babies on the monitor. And I guess they got to get them on the monitor. They got to get at least, she wanted to get at least a 10-minute strip. So that means keep the babies on the monitor for at least 10 minutes. The problem was they wasn't letting her get 2 seconds. They were like, you get this baby come off, or you get no baby. They were moving, they were flipping. I think it was really just because they were aggravating them. They kept pushing on my stomach. Like, anytime you push on my stomach or move, they're gonna move. Like, that's how bad the movement is. Like I just said before, the movement, them moving a lot, it hurts really bad. So it took 3 nurses to come in there and try. Still didn't get it. Like, my first part of the ER visit was really quick. It only took them about 3 hours. The other half of the time, they were just trying to get the babies on the monitor, and I was like, you know what? I know my baby's okay. I have good faith. Take this stuff off me, because y'all, they kept making it tighter and tighter. I'm like, you just making them move more and more. The more you make it tight, the more they're gonna move. They don't like to be bothered with, touched on. So they did ultrasound to get sorry, I'm out of breath, and that's one of the symptoms too. They did ultrasound to see like what position they were in, so it could help them put the babies on the monitor. Still didn't work. Told them which position the babies were in. Baby still was moving. Did another ultrasound. They had them flipped again. Like, they were just not cooperating. And that was the most terrible part about it. The lady literally sat on the bed next to me. She let the rail down. She sat on the bed next to me and held these monitors. And she was like, okay, I got to sit here and do this for at least 10 minutes and get a strip. Then I can call the doctor and we can see what she says. I said, I'm just like, okay. She didn't even get 2-second strips, y'all. It was so funny. She didn't even get 2-second strips, and she was sitting in there about 3 hours. I swear to God. Her and another nurse had, they switched, they tag team. So the other nurse came and she sat and held the monitors on my stomach, literally, and they still couldn't get it. So they ended up just calling the doctor, letting, I guess, inform her of everything, test results and everything. And she said I can go home, just follow up with my doctor the next day. So I was really aggravated about that. And then on top of that, my stomach was getting sore because of all the pushing and crap they were doing. Needless to say, I mentioned it when they were in the room. I was like, I hope when I go into actual labor that this is not going to happen. And the nurse was like, well, it probably is. Only thing about it is that when you go into labor, they're not going to move as much because they won't have as much room to move, but they will be moving. And I'm just like, oh my God, if that nurse got to sit up in there with me by however long I'm going to be in labor, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go nuts. It was so uncomfortable, y'all. And I was just like so frustrated. And like, they were frustrated. You could see the looks on their faces, but they were so calm. The nurse was like, oh, I have, and remind you, this is 12 o'clock in the morning. She's like, oh, I have until 7 o'clock. I can sit here and do this until 7. I was like, well, I don't have until 7 o'clock. And I'm not finna lay here and you keep hurting me and they keep moving because you're not going to get the script. They just got too much room in there and they're moving around. So I was like, you could tell the doctor I refused it or whatever, but you're not about to sit here another 7 hours and hold these monitors on my stomach. Because, we had ended up just talking, like having a regular conversation while she was trying to find her heartbeats. Might as well, right? You just sitting up in there with each other face to face. So they just discharged me, let me go home. The babies were okay. I wasn't leaking any fluid. And I mentioned to her, I was like, I wish y'all would just give women scripts to take home. That way we won't have to keep coming up here bothering y'all with false alarms. And she was like, oh no, that would just cause so many problems. I don't know how many problems it can cause. But yeah. So that is my 25-week pregnancy update. So far, so good. Their hospital bags are still packed. I still have not packed my hospital bags. I'm gonna get to it within these next 2 weeks. I'm gonna make myself get to it within these next 2 weeks. And then I added one thing to their hospital bag, and it was these, you know, the little knitted outfits that people are putting their babies on nowadays to do their photo pictures, whatever. I added the girl and the boy one, so yeah. But that is all, people. I will see you all, hopefully. I'm trying to stay consistent, but hopefully I will see you all next week in a 26-week pregnancy update video. And don't forget to like this video, comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next video.